welcome. This is Instructor Carlo. So I just wanted to talk briefly about Freestyle Fridays. And I recorded another video. Geez, and there was something blank. There's a lot of work that goes into recording a video. It's not just as simple as just hitting the record button. So just give a lot of thanks to the artists out there who create things. Okay, it's not as easy as it seems. So just wanted to cover briefly the concept of Freestyle Fridays. The whole basis behind it is that we learn these martial arts movements, in particular traditional martial arts forms, things of that nature. And in a real life situation, when it comes down to having to utilize our martial arts, what we've learned, one is we're not seeking for the thrill. Okay, we're not. A self-defense situation is exactly that. It's you having to defend yourself, and the outcome is not certain. For the younger crowd, unfortunately, it's not something to gain macho points or to add to your resume, right? It's a real life situation in which there's a potential for harm. Okay, so number one is trying to avoid a situation or practice de-escalation. Okay, afterwards, right? There's different steps, right? And it's not like, oh, okay. So understanding that is that the whole concept is that we want to be able to utilize our forms. When I was first training myself, there were movements that took a little bit of time to learn, right? To master, right? And for instance, the punch. Normally, and you'll see this often, is that someone will the instructor will ask the student to throw a punch, and then they'll do the movement, and that's 100% a-okay, right? Because you have to start at the beginning and you have to train and build up the speed. But what we're aiming for and what we're training for is the real life scenario where in real life someone's going to punch and the punch is going to come back it's going to be retracted very quickly. 1, 2. Okay? How can you do any kind of eagle claw grappling maneuvers if they're moving that quickly? Okay, and so there needs to be a combination in terms of combining practice with reality. Okay, and so with that, this is one part of the puzzle. Okay, because I'm training solo. Solo training has always been a part of martial arts, and so what we want to do is we want to hone in on and practice and actually hit the bag, right? Hit something and develop the technique, develop the neuromuscular motor functions, and really help it commit faster to memory. And so that's what we're doing. I want to dispel the myth that with Freestyle Fridays, it's just we're not just randomly just hitting the bag and having fun. And having fun, yes, but there is a method to the madness, and part of that is one, assessing. Geez, I'm on a roll here. So one is knowing you have a game plan, and what I always teach students, the first thing I always teach is how to block, and that's from my experience in training. It's what I found was most effective. I was taught that from my instructor, Dr. Israel Mack, who was my Eagle Claw instructor. Okay, and I found the method very effective, and that's what I teach. Okay, so with that, it's if you have a base, you're still protected no matter what. So I throw strike, still have my base here. Come in. Okay, so it gives us a chance to utilize and practice, what we've learned, and still maintain structure. So hopefully you find that informative. I love doing, I call it shows in my well-fitteds, nice fitteds. And so please feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, so you can keep, in terms of liking videos, if you like the video, please do that as well. Okay, but go ahead and subscribe so you can keep keep in the loop and know when the next video is released, and and I know everybody's on different time schedules. I hope you have a chance to watch this when you have a chance and implement the martial arts daily in some fashion that will help your life. I'm Instructor Carlo. You have a great day.